guys. So I misspoke in the last video. I told you that we were going to do one lesson on customary units of measurement and one on metric, but I mistakenly put two customary units of measurement on the lessons. So we're going to stick to what I put on the assignment sheet that you got and not do any on metric. But metric measurements are basically just exactly like what I showed you with the inches, feet, and yards. You set up a comparison and then you just multiply by tens or hundreds or thousands, so using your basic facts and tacking on your zeros. So we're just going to go ahead and go on to lesson 12.3, which is customary units of weight. You need to turn in your book to page 653. And I wanted to show you, so I have this, I put this up on the last video, and it just shows, so over here on this side are customary units of measurement, and over here are metric units of measurement. And we are going to today do customary units of weight, which are ounces, pounds, and tons. So I've got the comparisons over here. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. And 1 ton also equals 32,000 ounces. I don't think that there are any problems where you need to know this, but the way that I got that is if I know that 1 ton has 2,000 pounds in it, and each one of those 2,000 pounds has 16 ounces, 2,000 times 16 ounces is 32,000 ounces in 1 ton. Okay, so real quick, abbreviations. Instead of writing out pound and ounces every time, the abbreviation for pound is LB, or for pounds is LBS. And that's weird, right? Because normally abbreviations, like an abbreviation for Wednesday is WED. It's the shorter part of the word. So why is it that the abbreviation for pounds is LB? And it goes back to the Latin word for pound is Libra, like the horoscope sign for people born in late September, early October are called Libras. So just kind of a little side note there for you. Pounds, the abbreviation is going to be LB, and for ounces it's OZ. Okay, so let's get started. 653, customary units of weight. How can you use models to compare customary units of weight? Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Ounces and pounds are customary units of weight. How does the size of a pound compare to the size of an ounce? So we're not going to do the colored pencils part. It just wants you to see that in 1 pound there are 16 ounces. And let's see here. It says use a colored pencil to shade 1 pound on the number line. So I will do that really quick for those of you that really want to see that. So here is 1 pound in purple, and then in pink, come on pink, I'm going to shade 1 ounce. So you can see that the pounds are 16 times the size of an ounce. Okay, so you need 16 ounces to make 1 pound. So 1 pound is 16 times as heavy as 1 ounce. Okay. Explain how the number line helped you to compare the size of the units. It allowed me to see pounds are 16 times as many as ounces. How about that? So the visual allowed us to see that pounds are 16 times as many as ounces. Okay, we got that here too. It wants you to know how you can compare the size of 9 pounds to the size of 9 ounces. So, 9 pounds and 9 ounces. Okay, so you can compare that by turning pounds into ounces. Remember, we want to go from the big unit to the smaller unit because that allows us to multiply. So in 1 pound, whoops, I'm going to do my little LB abbreviation for pound. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 9 pounds then would be 16 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. Put down the 4, carry the 5. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. So 9 pounds is the same as 144 ounces. Okay? So 9 pounds is 16 times the size of 9 ounces. Okay. Here we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger, not that big. Okay. Nancy needs 5 pounds of flour to bake pies for a festival. She has 90 ounces. How can she determine if she has enough flour? Okay, so Nancy's baking pies. And so what we're going to do is look for multiples of 16. Okay, so we start with 1 times 16 is 16, 2 times 16 is 32, and go on. Okay, so here we go. We're making a little table here. So 2 times 16 is 32 ounces. 32. 3 times 16 is going to be 48, or 48 ounces. 4 times 16 is going to be, let's see here, 48 plus 16 is going to be 60, whoops. Okay, 4 times 16 is going to be 64 ounces, so 64, and then 5 times 16 is going to be 80 ounces. And let me just double check. Let's do 16 times 5 and make sure it's 80. 5 times 6 is 30. I put down the 0, carry my 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So yes. So 80 ounces. If she has 5 pounds of flour, she has 80 ounces. But she needs 90. Does she have enough? No, poor Nancy. Okay. So So 90 ounces is 90 ounces, and 5 pounds we figured out is 80 ounces. 90 ounces is greater than 80 ounces. So 90 ounces is less, no. 90 ounces is more than 5 pounds. So Nancy, whoa, hang on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. I got mixed up. She needs 80, she has 90. Yay for Nancy! She can make the pies. Okay, I got it backwards. I apologize. Back up. Okay, so here we go. So she has 90. She needs 80. So let me erase this more than and put 90. Yeah, that's still right. 90 ounces. Ooh, that back button just came in handy. 90 ounces is more than 5 pounds. So Nancy has enough flour to make the pies. I realized my mistake when I saw that little tiny space next to Nancy. I was like, wait a minute, that's only enough room for one word and not does not have or doesn't have. So I knew that I had messed up somewhere along the way. So, again, she needs 5 pounds, which we figured out is the same as 80 ounces, but she has 90 ounces. So how much is she gonna have left after she bakes the pies? Well, she has 90, she's gonna use 80, so she'll have 10 ounces left over. Okay, here we go. Now, here is the ton. In 1 ton, there's 2,000 pounds. So if you have 2 tons, that would be 4,000 pounds. If you had 3 tons, that would be 6,000 pounds. So 1 ton is 2,000 times as heavy as 1 pound. So a ton is what we use to describe something heavy and big. So maybe you've heard of a 1-ton pickup truck, and that would be how much? 2,000 pounds. And pounds is what we use to measure our weight, how much we weigh. And if you have ever been to the doctor before for like a checkup and they take your weight and they say that it is so many kilograms, that is a metric unit of measurement. And then you're like, well, how many pounds is that? And then we'll tell you. Okay. Here we go. 4 tons equals how many pounds? So think 4 tons times 2,000 pounds in each ton equals 8,000. So 4 tons is 8,000 pounds. Now here's kind of, let me show you what I did there. Okay, so they gave us 4 tons and we had to figure out how many pounds that is. I know that 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So I am multiplying by 2,000. 1 times 2,000 equals 2,000. 4 times 2,000, you use your basic fact. 4 times 2 is 8, and then tack on your 3 zeros. Okay? So again, just like equivalent fractions. Okay? So 1/4 is equivalent to 2,000 8,000ths. Okay. All right. Here we go. So next we've got 5 tons, and how many pounds is that? So 1 ton equals 2,000 on it. 10,000 pounds. Okay? So 5 tons equals 10,000 pounds. Okay, now we're doing pounds and ounces. So let's copy this guy down. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if we have 6 pounds, it's basically like cross multiplying here. 6 times 16. So 16 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Put down the 6, carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So that would be 96 ounces on number 3. Whoops. Don't you start. All right, 96 ounces. Okay. These next questions are the on your own questions. So set them up like equivalent fractions. Put your comparison on top. These are the comparisons that you're going to use. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Set them up. Solve them during the pause while I get a drink. And then we will go over the answers and see how you're doing. I'm back. Okay. 7 pounds equals how many ounces? So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 7 pounds, here, let's do that, equals, to get from 1 to 16, we multiply it by 16. To figure this out, we go 7 times 16. 16 times 7. 7 times 6 is 42. Put down the 2, carry the 4. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. 112 ounces. That's what you should have on number 4. Okay, tons and pounds. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So 6 tons would equal 12,000 pounds. Just multiply those two guys together. 12,000 pounds. Okay. So these next ones are the ones where we have to convert our bigger measurement into the smaller unit. So if we have pounds, we're going to go to ounces. If they give us tons, we're going to go to pounds. Okay? So we have 1 pound. Well, how many ounces is in a pound? 16. So underneath 1 pound, I'm going to write 16 ounces so I can remember. And 16 ounces is greater than 15 ounces. 2 tons. Okay, 2 tons for every 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So 2 tons is 4,000 pounds. And 4,000 pounds is way greater than 2 pounds. Okay. A landscaping company ordered 8 tons of gravel. It sells the gravel in 50-pound bags. How many pounds of gravel did the company order? Okay, so there's information in this problem that I don't really think that we need. Let's look at it closely. Here it says a landscaping company ordered 8 tons of gravel. It sells them in 50-pound bags. How many pounds of gravel did the company order? So we don't even need to know what the company does with all that gravel that they buy. We just need to know how many tons they bought, converted into how many pounds. So let's set it up like a comparison. Okay, make sure you guys can see this. Okay, so I'm gonna just do the comparison here. Right, 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So 8 tons would equal 2 times 8 is 16, and then we tack on the zeros. So 16,000 pounds. That is our answer. If you could draw a number line that shows the relationship between pounds, tons and pounds, what would it look like? Well, it would look like 1 ton split into 2,000 sections, right? We're not going to draw that. So, because 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds, the number line would have 1 ton broken down into 2,000 sections or pounds. Okay. The last one, write the symbol that compares the weights correctly. So we have 16 ounces and 10 pounds. Well, we want to get that 10 pounds, that bigger one, into the smaller unit. So we're going to say, okay, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 10 pounds would equal 10 times 16. So 16 times 1 is 16 with a 0 behind it. So 160 ounces. So 160 ounces and 10 pounds are equivalent. They're the same. Okay, so here I have pounds and tons. I want to get those big tons down into the smaller pounds, smaller measurement, so I can multiply. So if 1 ton equals 2,000, let's see here, 2,000 pounds, 3 tons would equal 6,000 pounds. 600 pounds is less than 6,000 pounds, or 3 tons. Okay. Your assignment for today is page number 657. I would suggest setting these up with the comparison above them. So up here on number 2, you would write 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So 7 tons would equal 7 times 2,000 to get to pounds, okay? So put your comparisons on top. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. I know it gets kind of tedious to write this over and over again, but it really does help, and it helps you get into the frame of mind that you can set these up like equivalent fractions and cross multiply. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. And then on 6, 7, 8, and 9, you're going to take the bigger measurement, whichever side it's on, so the bigger unit, which would either be pounds or tons, depending on what they're talking about, you're gonna convert those. So under 8 pounds, I'm gonna write ounces. And that's a reminder to you to convert 8 pounds into ounces. 1 ton, I want you to convert that one into pounds. 3 pounds, I want you to convert into ounces. And 5 tons, I want you to convert that into pounds. And then after you do that, use your less than, greater than, or equal to symbols. A company that makes steel girders can produce 6 tons of girders in one day. How many pounds? So 6 tons equals how many pounds? Larry's baby sister weighed 6 pounds at birth. How many ounces did the baby weigh? Okay, so we have 6 pounds equals how many ounces? And the last one, write a problem that can be solved by comparing pounds and ounces using a model. Include a solution. Explain why you are changing from a larger unit to a smaller unit. So look back through our examples that we've done together. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you soon. Love ya.